Evening all. Can you hear me okay? Have I got everything unmuted? And I'll tell you something interesting in a second when I get a yes that I know that you can hear me. I keep getting about 50 seconds and lose count. We can, lovely. Guess what I did? I got a foot pedal and I rigged it up to my computer so I can tap the pedal to go live. So I don't know if you notice that, but normally you see me like this and then I stand up just before the gig starts. But now, with an old pedal that I had in the garage that I used for stuff, if I do this, watch it, I'll do it again. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, anyway. That's what I've done this week. It's Friday night, it's 8 p.m. Staring down the barrel of another long weekend. Heading to the Twitch bar tonight. Some semicolons and a beer will put me right. Electron Greg is here again with an animation that tells you where and when. 100 messages go by. Congratulations on the words that you just typed. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. And who's behind that wonky door? Is it MJ? Is it where she make the call? And I think it's about that time. God's front porch is on the line. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. And I won't drink across the street. There's people in the YouTube bar I never want to meet. I think I'm happiest right here. I made songs and I think I'll have another beer. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. Evening everybody, welcome to the Twitch bar once again. It's Friday, but it's not quite Friday just yet. Not until I'm just going to give it a little bit of space before I crack into the Rochester Ginger and just have myself a little cheeky hobgoblin. There we go. There's no better sound, is there? So what's everyone else drinking? Ooh, organic root. Someone's got the organic root ginger. That's what I've got as well. Have I got organic root? Yes, I have. I've got the organic root ginger today. I'm saving that though. That's an evening drink, isn't it? Which it kind of is now, isn't it? It's 7 o'clock. When is it Friday? Ask the good people at Rochester Ginger. So Duncan's got his Chromecast working by the looks of it. I think I saw that go by a second ago that he's treated himself to a new Chromecast. Everything's working for you now, Duncan. Remember to give the organic root a shake before opening. Got to get the bits mixed in. That's true. There is a lot of sediment with the organic one. And it doesn't matter how much you shake it up and however you drink it, like those bits of ginger. And it is like eating a curry or something where every now and again you eat a large bit of chili. Okay. Anyway, this song is for Michael. Hello, Millstone Bar. Drinking a cab sav called Cover Drive. Very nice. That does sound nice.
I know that you don't have a backbone, and the body that you took home seems a far removed from your own. So I tried to shed a little more light. It was my deepest regret, how I wish you'd forget. 'Cause I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't tune me out. Don't touch that dial. Sing a song that means nothing to anyone until the words come true. For a moment or two. 'Cause I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't tune me out. Don't touch that dial. Yeah, I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't tune me out. Don't touch that dial. Yeah, I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't tune me out. Don't touch that dial. I know that you don't have a backbone, and the body that you took home seems so far removed from your own.
That was Without a Smile from the album Play the Game, as requested by Michael, aka RGR Live News. And if you're wondering how I did the pedal thing, if you ever came to one of the expos, one of the video games that we had out on the stand once, I made it so that you could actually press a pedal to drop the bombs out of the thing. And the way that it was a game called Gimpy Bomber, I don't think it's available anymore on it because my Apple thingy-majiggy's lapsed. But basically, I have an old pedal that I think it's meant to use it for like presentations or something like that. Plugged it into the USB thing, opened up Notepad, tapped it, and the letter B came up. So all that pedal does is press the letter B. So there you go. Create a hotcut key for B, and all it does is go to this. If I get another pedal, I could actually have one in front of me. I could get one for lots of different letters, and I could have one for MJ, one for Rishi. Ever playing Gimpy Bomber? Ever since playing Gimpy Bomber, I have used my feet for gaming. This is a song called... This is for... put that down there. I'm not sure if Wobblefest is in the chat at the moment, but I'll give you some news about Wobblefest after this song which he requested. This is a cover, by the way, that I've not played before, so there could be some mistakes in here, but we'll try.
Tonight, I'm wound tighter than a watch spring. Tonight you owe my patience quite a debt. Tonight, we're not gonna solve anything. I might say something that we'll both regret. Pressure's on the heat is rising. The time has come to stop apologizing. 'Cause when the skies are clear, the threat of rain is always here with you. Tonight, are flying, and everything you say is a call to arms. Tonight, there's something in the air. Don't come too close and you'll come to no harm. And now the pressure's on the is rising. The time has come to stop apologizing. With all that's gone before, my motives never felt so pure before. And now my heart's beset with 18-karat gold regrets. And when the skies go clear, the threat of rain is always here with you.
That was a cover of the Blue Tone song Marblehead Johnson. It was requested by Wobblefest, who I don't think is in the chat. That's saying if you request something that's slightly like it's a bit something by the Eels or the Blue Tones, something that I might possibly kind of... In other words, don't request Tubular Bells. And your chances of me learning that cover are significantly increased. Anyway, the news about Wobblefest is, after a brief chat with him earlier, he has agreed to do a set next week. So when I finish next week, we're going to get a live Wobblefest with bear and frog and sheep. Right. This is for Felice Maggie.
I've got my head screwed on, but when I come undone, I don't need anyone till the feeling's gone. 'Cause all I need is a little bit of sanctuary. I need a little space and time to be alone in my own mind. I'm just an animal. I'm just a silhouette behind your talking head. I need to be alone in my own sweet home. sympathy. I need a place to call my own, where I don't have to hear you moan. All I know is everything you've ever known. Though I can never tell you that, you know it's just a simple fact. I'm just an animal.
That's exactly right, Michael. I was just telling everyone before Wobblefest arrived that next week he is doing a Q&A on Michael's book, followed by he's doing an hour-long Q&A on... I've forgotten the name for a second there, my brain just went. Smoke and Mirrors, followed by an hour-long session of Book or Bonds he's going to be doing. 2 seconds. It's got a complimentary text message there from my better half. Anyway, that was your song, Wobblefest, earlier that you missed. You missed your Marble Johnson request, and you missed the intro, and you missed me announcing your gig for next week. Where are we? But yeah, next week. What are you going down as, by the way? Is it Fuzzy? Is it Fuzzy? We calling you Fuzzy? We calling you Wobblefest? What are we billing you as, Wobble? Wobble and the gang? It was Fuzzy something, wasn't it? I get confused now. Jar Wobble, the artist previously known as Wobble. I'm completely lost. Where am I? Animal. I didn't miss the 80s. That was Animal for Felice. This is I didn't miss the 80s for John. Fuzzy Nonsense 2000. There we go.
Think a lot about a lot of things that you can't change at all. There's no use dwelling on a broken past that made you all you are. I don't miss the 80s, and I don't even miss the 90s. All I am is here and now, and now is here again this time tomorrow. Nostalgia really is a funny thing. It isn't who you are, but every time you try to shake it off, you never get that far. I don't miss the 80s, and I don't even miss the 90s. All I am is here and now, and now is here again this time tomorrow. You try to get away to a place that you once set away. Yeah, my mind belongs for yesterday. I know you won't get far. I don't miss the 80s. I don't even miss the 90s. All I am is here and now is
That was I Don't Miss the 80s for John Vill. If you've never seen the music video for that, you should watch it. It reminds you of going to video game expos back in the day when we could still do that. And John is in it, I believe, as are some of the other people in the chat. Thank you for the semicolons there, John. Big applause. Gasp. A late 8. I don't know what that's in reference to. Right. It's about that time already. Normally, I'd poke this at the end somewhere, because I generally do the requests in the order that they're requested, because it makes my life simpler, because I just basically get the same sheet of paper that I wrote on last week and put it in front of myself. The only thing that I shifted this week was I put Marblehead Johnson near the beginning, because I went through it about 3 or 4 times before I started the set, and while it was fresh in my head, I didn't want to go through 8 songs and then forget Marblehead Johnson. Anyway, this is God's Front Porch, and it was requested by a young man by the name of Duncan, who I imagine is watching right now, eating some pork scratchings in his Jimmy Jams, watching his rabbit jump about. Nursing a Rochester ginger and ice. Am I right, Duncan?
I'm the loneliest man in the world right now. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm just down. For the next 3 days I'll call this home, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Life with you never felt like this. Simple things. Standing on the corner of God's front porch, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Loneliness and solitude seldom get too confused. Quit your job and walk away. Didn't like it that much anyway. Sell your house and start again. Burn your past and make new friends. 'Cause you can check out anytime you want. It's already been a tad too long. Standing on the corner of God's front porch, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Loneliness and solitude seldom get too confused. 'Cause if I tried and if I quit, would you leave me alone like this? For all the things I've ever done, would you let my life go on? 'Cause I'm the loneliest man in the world right now. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm just down.
I started chuckling to myself through that. For some reason in my head, I started to imagine Duncan in a little pair of pyjamas, listening to that, sucking his thumb, and getting ready for bed. Like that could potentially be his nighttime routine. But if I was one, if I did. Hugs everyone, buys them all a ginger wine by Sainsbury's and a packet of duck scratch. Do they do duck scratchings? That's too good, isn't it? The more buoyant the bird, the more delicious. Duck is lovely, isn't it? Goose is, I think I've had goose once or twice, and goose is really, really good. Anything fatty meat is great, isn't it? What's everyone else's favourite fatty meat? Has anyone had whale? I had whale once when I was in Reykjavik, and that is blubbery, and that is really nice. It was mink whale, I think it was. And at the time I had it, and I was thinking it can't really be whale because no one eats whale. And then, like, after I was eating it quite often when I was there, it was like at buffets and everything. I was like, oh. And then I found out afterwards that it's like really endangered and it's socially not right to eat it and all the rest of it. But it was lovely. Puffin as well I had when I was there. Puffin's nice. Gammon. Oh, wait, 2 secs. 100 messages have gone by and we've not even hit 1/2 yet. And the 100th message tonight was goose : from Duncan. Honk was the one after it. Well done, everyone. I think we all deserve a little sip of our beer or Rochester gingers. I'll be having a little Rochester ginger after this. Right, this is 3 Duncan songs in a row. That was God's Front Porch. This is a song about a video game featuring a miner called Willie. They are the 3 songs that have been requested by Duncan, could almost be quite easily lullaby renditions.
It's been nearly 32 years since I first saw your title screen, and even though I never got that far, I'd lay awake most every night, think about the rooms ahead where everything just seemed to get so hard. I never got this close before, I never got this near to completing Jet Set Willie, so go get me another beer. I blew the dust from my cassette, I even fixed the attic bug that screwed me over all those years ago. I played it on my BBC, I never liked those rubber keys, but everyone's a critic, I suppose. I never got this close before, I never got this near to completing Jet Set Willie, so go get me another beer. I'm not using emulation, I'm using the real thing. No saves, ain't no pausing, no waiting for God. I'm not using a walkthrough, silent tuition. No YouTube, no forum, no scanning through blogs. Yeah, and I never got this close before, I never got this near to completing Jet Set Willie, so go get me another beer. Everyone be quiet now. Shh. me when your sunrise technology. We waited a lifetime just for you. The application of the things you've brought to life are weighing heavy on my mind. How do I express myself without you? We've forgotten how to talk. And so we walk into the future, a brave new world where we belong. But if you stopped in for a moment, well, I'd quite happily get off. How do I express myself without you? When we've forgotten how to talk. How do I express myself without you? When we've forgotten how to talk. And if you stopped it for a moment, well, I'd quite happily get off.
That was Sunrise Technology from the album Play the Game for Duncan, who is now fast asleep. The door's closed, the adults are partying downstairs, and he's sleeping through it all. The Conics, I can't think of any console but the Jupiter Ace computer. There's definitely something I've missed there. Maybe the little bit at the top of the chat that says, anyway, what was the old console I was thinking of? It got nowhere, though. Ace? Covered it. Not talking about the Amstrad GFX 4000, are you? That console got nowhere. And I think there was actually a Spectrum console, wasn't there? The Voltmus database. What a console. If anyone wants to see my video on the Voltmus database, subscribe to Retro Gaming Roundup. Voltmus also, I think it was the joysticks are exactly the same as the BBC Micro joysticks and manufactured by the same people. This is a song, let me just do this. This is a song for Simon. Simon asked for a rubbish song. This is a rubbish song.
In commandos, opening scene, two-man home.
Two-man fight.
In commandos, opening scene, two-man pose with a helm mark 3, and my heart skips a beat. Close encounters had 1, 2, and it was green and white and blue, and my knees went weak. Because I love refuse trucks and films, and I know every single one from 1969 to 1983. And you know, Child's Play 3 never really bothered me, except for one short scene. A Burma's Maxim Packer gave that doll some action, and my heart skips a beat. Because I love refuse trucks and films, and I know every single one from 1969 to 1983. And my all-time favorite scene, the Low Master 320 in Ghostbusters, it makes me cry every time that beautiful truck rolls by. Because I love refuse trucks and films, and I know every single one from 1969 to 1983. The obfuscation of our waste is the only thing that keeps us civilized in a world that's not.
That was I Love Refuse Trucks in Films. Not from any album. Inspired by a mutual love of refuse trucks in films. Great song. It's a classic without even knowing it. The Acoustic multi-system. Best rendition yet. Thank you, Simon. Crowdfunds Conics Comedian. I'd back the Conics Comedian for £1. This is a song for Greg, who wanted the opening track from Psychopath Dream in Black and White, which goes a little something like this. I've forgotten the opening line. I don't always want to be right. That's the first line of this song.
I don't always wanna be right. Just wanna be like you. Slow and methodical, thinking every single thing through. If this means we'll never be friends, then that's a risk I have to take. The path of least resistance is normally the easy one to break. It's okay though, I've got all the time. So if you need me when you cross that line, I'll see what I can do. I watched you go out of your way to show a little empathy in all the situations when all I really wanna do is breathe. I guess that's why you're better than me, but when everything is done and said, how can I respect you when everyone we know and love is dead? But it's okay though, I've got all the time. So if you need me when you cross that line, I'll see what I can do. I can't help feeling that it's all misplaced. A sharp redemption cost your fall from grace. If you need me, then I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
That was for Greg, who's been playing along at home on his glockenspiel. Allegedly. Thank you for the semicolons. Hardbacks arrived today. How much is a hardback, Michael? you selling? Is it just going to specific backers, or are you going to sell some of them as well? £25 plus postage. And what is the postage on a hardback book? Because I can post some pretty big parcels with DPD for not much money at all. I posted a toilet seat recently, and I think that was only it was less than a tenner to post a big toilet seat. I'll tell you a little bit more about the new line of British IBM merchandise after this song. This is Nothing Ever Lasts That Long, which was also a Greg song. £5.
It could be so wonderful if you could just let go again and let the hate run you. You know it's all I do. I walked around in the sun again, a couple hours, but that's all I need. When I was just 16, I became the man you see, who walked back to the city lights and watched the girls on the corner fight. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long. Made some money and we had some fun, but why try harder when you're number one? 'Cause when it all falls through, I'll ever lie like you. Stick around for another bit, we won't talk for another year. But when the morning bleeds, I know we'll both concede. We'll walk back to the city lights and watch the girls on the corner fight. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long. We'll walk back to the city lights and watch the girls on the corner fight. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long. I know the money doesn't count, we made a choice to be here now. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long.
In answer to your question, I acquired some toilet seats. I won't tell you how. It's an interesting story. If you see me at an expo, at a future expo, to give you a little bit, so that we've got stuff to talk about, so you've got nothing to ask me if you ever see me at a play expo or revival expo in the future, ask me how I acquired the toilet seats. That's that bit of the anecdote we'll leave for then. We're in a Premier Inn pub. The other bit of the anecdote, basically, the toilet seats were actually worth more money than you think toilet seats are worth. So when I looked at it, I was thinking, that's odd, because the toilet seat's worth £100, which seems odd to me that someone would pay £100 for a toilet seat. Used, £60 on eBay. Post it via DPD. Do you know you can just drop stuff off at your supermarket as well? If you post something with DPD or one of those other Hermes ones, the DPD's ones I use most of the time, but it's like you basically wrap it up in a box, and you basically go online and get the price and stuff, and it's just nuts. It says you can have anything that's basically like a metre cubed up to 20 grams, and you can send it for 20 kilograms, and you can send it for £6.50. It's just insane how cheap it is to post something now. So there you go. Duncan, what are you doing out of bed? Advertised as toilet seat, as sat on by Amy from the British IBM. Next up, this is a track that was requested by Jez. Also from Psychopaths.
You own a silver cigarette case even though you don't smoke. Initials of your father contains a single note. Don't be a loser like your old man. Come on with a plan. And if you need me, then I'll help you in any way I can. Ballroom's empty now. The town fell empty and the lights went out. Yeah, something's not right, 'cause we don't even care. You know that something isn't quite right when your heart beats twice as slow. Given situation where a normal man won't go. But you and me, you know, we rocked up, we walked the factory floor. We closed the whole thing and we sat back and we justified the cause. Empty now. The town fell empty and the lights went out. Yeah, something's not right, 'cause we don't even care. Ballroom's empty now. The town fell empty and the lights went out. Yeah, something's not right, 'cause we don't even care.
That was for Jez. Quality 10 minutes. Ginger wine by Sainsbury's is 13.5%. I'm going to be battered any minute now. Ginger wine is quite high in percentage, isn't it? Another one that's high in percentage is mead, if you've ever had mead. I drank some mead once at the Cambridge Beer Festival, because when you get there on peak days and it's sunny weather, the queue at the bar, it's like 4 or 5 deep at the bar sometimes. It's a nightmare trying to get to the bar to actually get a beer. But if you look at the mead stall, there's no one there. So I thought, little life hack, I'll get myself some mead. So I got some mead. It was quite nice. It got the job done. It wasn't beer. Captain Morgan's a ginger wine. I was looking today. Another one that's actually quite good with Captain Morgan spice rum. Mixing that with Dr. Pepper and ice is a tasty beverage. This next song is California for Mike. Who wants a cheeky game of book or bunts before we start the next song? I'll wait for the lag before we start this. Bonds. Bondsy, you don't know yet? Let me just grab my paperback copy. You ready? Let's see here. Am I reading this from the book, or is it coming from my bunts? Armed with an agreement from the hotel and his newfound knowledge, Scott again reached out to John Hardy with a view to organising the show later in 2014. Is that book or bunts? I'll wait for your response. Well done, it was book. This is California for Michael, and it goes like...
Drinks like a sailor, smokes 2 packs a day. Never seems to care what anyone else has to say. And the weather brings me down. And the darkness brings me down. I wanna live in California, where the cup side smoking makes it easier to breathe. I wanna live in California, but I'm still hanging around in the same old town. Well, I'm still hanging around in the same old crowd. You get the feeling it's gonna be that kind of day, the kind where nothing ever seems to really go your way. And the weather brings me down, and the darkness brings me around. I wanna live in California, where the cup side smoking makes it easier to breathe. I wanna live in California, but I'm still hanging around in the same old town. Well, I'm still hanging around with the same old crowd. California, where the cup side smoking makes it easier to breathe. I wanna live in California, but I'm still hanging around in the same old crowd. Well, I'm still hanging around with the same old crowd.
That was California. Thank you for the semicolons there, Greg. The rapturous semicolons. So where were we? Let's see what have we got here. As I lay in the tall grass, hand in hand with Michael, I looked at the clouds. That one kind of looks like a games console, I said to Michael. It kind of does, doesn't it? I had a dream about a games console once. Really? What was it? Tell me. I'll tell you later. Let's skip for now. We skipped along the riverbank, hand in hand. We've got a book and a bonce and a book. It was actually from the book. We all know that famous scene where Michael and Michael, SoCal and UK, were laying on the riverbank looking at the clouds. This is a song called Sugar Water.
I'm sorry for all those little things I said. I pushed you so hard, too hard. I watched you from in my head. And I want you to know that without you it won't be said. You can't spend it all on the graveyard floor when you're dead. Do you wanna sell sugar water? Do you wanna change the world? Do you wanna sell sugar water? Do you wanna change the world? I missed you, all those little things I did. I pushed you so hard, too hard. I watched you from in my head. Yes, your loyalty straight, my integrity stayed, and I went. And it's insanely great, but you are replaced, my friend. Do you wanna sell sugar water? Or do you wanna change the world? Do you wanna sell sugar water? Or do you wanna change the world? Do you wanna sell sugar water? Or do you wanna change the world? Do you wanna sell sugar water? Or do you wanna change the world?
One more song now. Do you know what I could do? Just a little idea here. If I go back to the intro screen, and then if I get enough semicolons, I'll smack the pedal and then start playing the last song. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Ready? Let me just... Right, I'm gonna hit the thing. If I get enough semicolons, I'll tap the pedal and play the British IBM. Maybe I'll start playing it and then tap the pedal so it will be like the curtains coming up as I'm playing it. Where's the thing here? That's all we want.
Alleyway between two bars, blood on my face. You're looking at me, and I'm looking at you. Remember when we were both still friends? None of this would have happened then. But everything I learned from you. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. We'd have finished what we started. would be the British champion. Now we're both in the history books, a little world that we both once shook. Watch a little time as time goes by. I saw it all on a TV screen, under a tan and you flicker green, but I could never be the one to talk you down. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. If we'd have finished what we started, we'd be the British champion. Both in the history books, a little world that we both once shook. Never understood what's a heaven for. I know you then as I know you now. I watched it all come crashing down. Watch a little time as time goes by. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. We'd have finished what we started, we'd be the British champion. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. If we'd have finished what we started, we'd be the British champion.
Thank you, everyone, for that rapturous applause of semicolons there. This is still the best song, I reckon. I watched Micro Man the other night, despite being a work night. It was so awesome, and I noticed Michael Keating for the first time. Thank you, Dion. Who else we got there? By the way, if anyone wants to come out for a beer later on, I'll be in Habitat after this if anyone fancies it. If anyone fancies some of that. Right, just going to get my pen and paper. Be back in 2 secs. Just do that. Just before I do the requests. Cheeky little swig of Rochester ginger. Fridays just aren't the same without it. It has that first swig, isn't it? It's got a definite kick. Right. 80. Is the cloudy one best in your opinion? My favourite Rochester Ginger is the other one that I got before that one, I think. The one that was, I think it was just Rochester Ginger. I've not tried the dark one. I think I've tried the Rochester Ginger, the organic Rochester Ginger, but I've not tried there's a darker one as well as a third one. How about a seashell? I'm going to say go now. What do people want next week? Also, if you've got requests for things that you want Bear to do, just make sure that you put the hashtag Bear on whatever you're going to put. So we've got British IBM seems to be popular at the moment. I'll put the British IBM on there. British IBM. Who wanted that? Simon. King of Everything for Greg. K-O-E for Greg. If you're doing covers, can you do 74, 75 by the Connells? Or Is It Like Today? Is It Like Today is one of my all-time favourite songs. I'll put 74, 75 is something I remember learning years ago when I first started playing guitar, like in the 90s, sitting there for ages going down. But then I think you get worse at guitar the longer you play, because then you sit there, all you do when you first learn the guitar is sit there and play riffs. You sit there and play There She Goes and little bits of Guns N' Roses and whatnot. And then later on you just play, I did anyway. Not everyone does it, probably just me. You plateau, you go, yeah, I need these things to play and write songs. Everything else can do one. 74, 75, or Is It Like Today? Is It Like Today? Mike, I'll see what I can do. Just Get By Greg. Just Get By Greg. That sounds like an instruction, doesn't it? Bob Noyce, where is Matthew Smith? You can have both, Martin. Matthew Smith, Bob Noyce, Martin. Everything Counts by Depeche Mode, Gangster's Paradise by Coolio. I'll tell you an anecdote, California for Crafty. I'll tell you an anecdote about Coolio in a second. California, Crafty. Mike, great songs. Cheers, Greg. Without a smile, Mike. Smile, Mike. Duran Duran, Ordinary World, that is another one. This is like that's actually the one Duran Duran song that I like. And again, it's got a great little plucked intro, isn't it, that? Probably not be able to do that, because he can sing properly, can't he, the Duran Duran? He's borderline boy band boy, isn't he? Duran, Ordinary World. Duran, Ordinary. One of those covers might make it in. Jet Shed. Any chance of the Rubbish song again? Yes. Rubbish song. Simon. House of Pain, Jump Around. No, I was saying Greg without a smile. Surely you don't want View to a Kill, the Shovel song for Dean. Down Like That, it's called. Down Like That for Dean. Hello, Dean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 songs there. That seems like a good amount. Thanks everyone for coming along. And no one's got any requests for Bear. If you've got any requests for things you'd like to see Bear do, or have things done to Bear, next week Wobble's going to be live after this gig. What would you like? Do you want old Rishi, Do you want new Rishi? Do you want MJ Hibbett's Hey Hey 16K? MJ Hibbett's It Only Works Because You're Here? Or do you want UK Mike song? That was quick. Didn't even get to that option yet. Okay. Here is Smoke and Mirrors. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see you next Friday.
I can't call anymore. When I do, they just close the door. Nobody answers their phone, leaving me here all alone. I just wanna talk to someone, but any chance of that is long gone. They all used to be my friends. Will this loneliness ever end? What did I do that was so wrong? Sitting here singing my lonely song. Every time I raise my head, fills me with fear and dread. Sitting in my motel room, humming this lonely tune, just playing on Earthworm Jim, until I can't show my face again. I tried to make things right, in my own way, try as I might. I tried to save the industry, but they all just laughed at me, saying that I'd lost my mind, writing things that were so unkind. Now that the money's all gone, I just have to get my game on. What did I do that was so wrong? Sitting here singing my lonely song. Every time I raise my head, fills me with fear and dread. Sitting in my motel room, humming this lonely tune, just playing on Earthworm Jim, until I can't show my face again. Now when the telephone rings, it's strangers trying to sell me a thing, playing my games from Maine, with no one to talk to, it's not the same. I just gotta serve my time, the punishment doesn't fit the crime. Sometime it will be alright, a new day out of this dark night. What did I do that was so wrong? Sitting here singing my lonely song. Every time I raise my head, fills me with fear and dread. Sitting in my motel room, humming this lonely tune, just playing on Earthworm Jim, until I can't show my face